Where you at? I don't see you, bro.
And now, 20,000 fans are in chorus at the home of the Milwaukee Bucks. We've got the Boston Celtics taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports.
Man, keep up, man. Come on, man. Don't do this now. Don't start doing it. Don't let me get free basketball. I'm do your ass every time. Every time. Run it up. Run that check up. Run it up. Dub. I bet I get a dub in the first quarter. I feel like I'm gonna get a dub in the first quarter.
David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment.
I'm broadcasting too now. So you better play.
About a coach looking
better play your bid now. I'm broadcasting
and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you in transition. He's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid. Oh man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
Offensive rebound. Back to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Just 5 to shoot. Irving double team. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 4-second violation.
Block their kid. I'm going for 50 with
and just over a minute played here in the start of the game.
The Greek.
Over in the corner.
The Greek gonna get 50.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Don't quit.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take a hit.
They're gonna be a good ad with him.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus.
Coast to coast.
Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupation.
Come on.
No good from Bledsoe.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Pass to Morris. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Boston again missing.
Man, he's missing those kind of good looks. His team is in some serious trouble. But he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Irving for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Kyrie suck, man.
Irving's got 5 points so far.
No, they don't, bro.
Trying to find that consistency from distance. Wow.
Move it. Yeah,
man,
y'all call timeout.
Contest. Wouldn't that be sweet, Kevin?
Mm-hmm. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. And last season, not the one Brook Lopez wanted to have before heading into free agency.
He just never seemed to find a place with the Lakers and saw his minutes decline as he wasn't in their plans. Averaged a career low in terms of minutes played per game last year. I think he still's got a lot to offer and should bounce back closer to his all-star level of output.
You can't even beat me. Hold on, I'm not going to do you dirty.
All right, come on.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Irving. And he uses
but you
the
lick
glass
it, boy. You lick it. I took my hand out right too. I could have blocked it.
No stopping Kyrie on the drive right there. Getting to the basket with ease.
Here's Bledsoe.
You ain't me, bro.
Another shot. That one's not going to go. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
Come on, man. I do you with the tilted, man.
Tatum with it.
I'm making you hot.
To the paint.
Look at you.
Morris, no good.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
Come on.
And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Irving up top. He has 7. Pass to Morris. Over onto Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Brown. 3 on the clock. Here's Irving. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range. You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
Morris.
Brent,
do you think individual defenses get easier to measure with player tracking and advanced stats?
I don't. I think it's impossible for you to find some legitimate measurement of how much a player is truly impacting the game defensively. I think there's great indicators of combinations of players that are on the floor at the same time, that are working collectively and doing something to shut down another team's best offensive unit. But individually, it's so hard to just put a number on.
But you licking, boy.
His total impact defensively.
So the eye test is better this time.
I don't think so. I think we're getting better at the defensive metrics that are being used, Kevin, and I think that clearly we can see with some of the best wing defenders in the league, a Robertson, a Covington, that they're able to control their man, a Kawhi Leonard. They're able to impact the game defensively, but how are we quantifying that? We need to get better with it.
Here's Middleton following the basket by George. For 3. Smart misses. Bucks leading by 6. There's 57 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Mirotic. The three-pointer, no good. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Hello.
Boston will retain possession.
What you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm back.
Watch this 3 right here. Watch this 3.
And on the way from Irving for 3. It's good from long range. Irving's got 10.
No, you saw that.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I did.
Feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
What you gonna do?
There's the steal. Hayward comes with the double team. Pass to Ilyasova. Inside. The Bucks working the ball around. And Ilyasova throws it down.
Yeah, Ilyasova will sneak up on you sometimes and throw him down like that. Well, the Bucks with the superstar talent in Giannis Antetokounmpo, the critical decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified one in Mike Budenholzer, and with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes, I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, "You realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you." Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. For 3, Middleton. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Here's Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And Mike Budenholzer, the 2015 Coach of the Year. 4 titles, Brent, as an assistant in San Antonio. How do you like the fit for him now in Milwaukee?
Well, I think that the players are going to really enjoy the attention to detail that Coach Bud and his entire staff who are coming with him will put into place. There's an efficiency with which they'll get the work done. And they're going to have to be thinking on their feet, learning a new offense and some things fundamentally on defense that he'll get them excited about.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Middleton is such a versatile scorer, and because he has the ability to put the ball down on the floor, sometimes defenders are not as willing to close out to him. Last year was in the 74th percentile in spot-up jump shots. It can be devastating for him.
Here's Rozier. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Good work defensively by Horford. And Middleton can run from anywhere. But his mid-range game, Brent, his mid-range game stands out.
Yeah, people don't really realize how effective Chris has been from the mid-range. He was up there with Kevin Durant statistically in some of the numbers. And the fact that he's got that long frame, any switchable defender that's smaller than him gives him the immediate advantage.
The Celtics making a switch here. Boston trailing. Rozier looking around. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Bledsoe, and it's sent back by Horford.
Al Horford positioning himself perfectly and swats that shot away. quickly up court with the basketball, delivered a perfect strike.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with a shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
The Bucks trail. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. The baseline jam. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
He's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Here's Tatum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
He's going on one basket with him.
And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it. The fast break chance. Middleton can't get it to go.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
It's Brogdon on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Brogdon's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, everything in sync right now for Brogdon. Nice base, good timing, good release.
Tatum with it. He's picked up by Lopez. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Eric Bledsoe at one point, Brent, maybe the best defender in the league at the point guard position. Multiple knee surgeries later. Where do you think he stands now?
I think there's been some regression from what he could do athletically, Kevin. So now you have to start to rely on your skill. His offensive game has grown a little bit, and he's around a superstar. That should make it easier to set up some opportunities where he could be more consistent offensively, especially shooting the basketball.
Morris outside. Lets the 3 fly.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Milwaukee leading by 4. Outside Hill. Here's Antetokounmpo. They get it back. The kick out to Hill. It's his first trip to the line.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
Free throw drops for Hill.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
I don't know how you match up with Kyrie Irving. So great at turning on the Jets and then drawing the contact.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
We fouled too, man.
There's the call on Kyrie Irving.
No,
so that will be his second foul of the game with a bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And the athleticism that George Hill can bring to the point guard position makes him impressive. He does it so well on both ends, especially when he's engaged.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Irving for 3. Tries again. Here's Baines. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Bucks on top, leading by just 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far.
Hello.
Here's Irving.
Yeah, no.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton.
So what?
That's his first
I'll tell
foul.
my little girl to be quiet.
Pass to Morris.
You want to go play?
Let's talk about team defense, Brent, to develop trust.
Don't be
like
quiet.
Guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first...
Man, close my door.
started with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles, and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of it.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and five guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here.
Pretty good awareness there from Malcolm Brogdon, capable of spotting the open teammate on that side.
Oh, shit.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
You said that was fake.
And Chris Middleton, 2 seasons ago, tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And Chris Middleton with maybe, Greg, his best season yet in 2017-18.
Exactly.
It just seems like he gets better every year. Former second
Y'all
round
finna
pick.
lose this game, man. I should have bid it you, man.
He's worked extremely hard, stayed in the lab, and now
You better have a cash out, though.
The results.
Well, they missed their first 3 shots, and after that maybe they'll get some air underneath their wings a little bit.
Lopez, no luck.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
The offense scuffling a bit to start this second half.
Oh, my dude.
For the first 5.
Come on, my team.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Horford.
Great to see Antetokounmpo going strong inside. At times, the D has no choice but to foul him.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The kick out to Irving. Pass to Hayward. And oh boy,
your shit got blocked.
And we'll shoot 2.
Putting defenders
yes,
in
he did
tough
when you went for that
spots
layup.
is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy.
You ain't blocked me this whole game.
Yeah,
I did block you.
Is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Now here's Brogdon. He has 5. Rocket 6. But they get it back. Outside, out of the Kumbo. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward.
Stop fouling.
That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. And Milwaukee has possession. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Lopez with the steal. And Lopez throws it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. Nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Okay.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seemed that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
For 3, Hill. Mirotic gets the bucket. Mirotic has got his first points in this one.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Y'all boys look like y'all getting on gas.
And for Irving, he is letting more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
Smart misses.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Celtics trail by 12 and stolen by Ilyasova. To the middle. The Bucks working the ball around. Outside Hill. Over Irving. Hayward grabs the board.
Should have known that one was going to be in.
And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And Irving launches it from deep. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And that's now 24 points for Kyrie Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
To the right side. Shot clock at 6. Ilyasova. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Stolen by Brogdon.
Can't capitalize on that shit.
Here's Mirotic.
They couldn't do nothing.
It's Hill on the wing. 5 points in the game. Fires the 3. Mirotic gets the bucket.
Wow.
Mirotic has got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for the Bucks.
I ain't know that ain't going in.
Outside, Smart. Oh, good on the triple. To the inside. The kick out to Hill. And here's Ilyasova outside. And so it's Milwaukee with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Right back after this break.
Y'all getting y'all ass pelt, bro.
Who?
Yeah.
You was quiet
And
earlier.
1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest.
Play me again.
I am. I ain't gonna get the ball. I'm gonna get somebody else.
Bucks leading by 14.
I'm gonna get your team this time.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And they call the
They don't
foul, so a
even-
chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business
That's
at
what
getting
I
his
like
feet
to
wet
do.
in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
And the
Yeah,
free
that's
throw,
right. Free throw
no
was
good.
ugly.
Celtics trail by 16. Inside. It's stolen by Hill. In the corner, Middleton with it.
Boy, I'm finna say, boy.
The shot by Antetokounmpo.
Hey.
Nobody around.
Yes,
Good. The assist goes to
I-
Middleton.
Yeah, let's start another game.
Antetokounmpo's
Nah,
got
do it
5
to the
points
game
on the
mode.
board. Pass to Smart.
You go ahead and play this out. This last quarter.
Now Rozier. From deep three-point range.
Don't nobody
Antetokounmpo
shoot no
pulls it
threes
in.
on this team, bro. Only person is Kyrie, and he ain't even making them.
60 seconds
Kyrie
off the clock
tied.
here in the fourth. The 17-footer.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Rebounded by the Celtics.
Wait, come out the
The
ball.
defense is just not very aggressive.
what's your
Definitely fortunate that the
Come on,
mid-range
the-
jumper
I'm
did
getting the
not
Rockets
find the
mid.
bottom of the net that time.
I'm getting
Smart
worried.
misses.
Alright.
Bucks leading by 19. Pass to Connaughton. And another three
Man.
for Milwaukee.
He'll be to the light of that bitch. Oh, for the 3-point line, boy.
Overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the court.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
The Celtics making a switch here. Outside, Smart. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. The kick out to Tatum.
Okay, tuck that back up. Y'all already getting y'all ass whooped. Every point
From
count.
deep three-point range. Great D that time from
It's too
Middleton.
late to come back now.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, we've seen him
Oh,
at Giannis in his first year.
Duck on his
Now that
head.
strength coming into play now.
Duck on his head. Duck City.
again the miss by the Celtics.
You want another one?
Well, both him
Well,
and
another
the
one.
team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Brent, George Hill is a guard who has been as consistent as it gets from deep the last few seasons in the league.
Well, Hill's always been a good shooter since entering the league. Remember starting his career in San Antonio, so he showed off his wares alongside Tim Duncan in the post where he could spot up and
Made
gain his
32.
confidence. And the last 3 seasons for him, he's been over 40%.
Here's Brown. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
The tenacity, the attention to detail. It's why these guys are in complete control.
I get him and
Like
do
they've
the
been at
same
it on
thing
both
with y'all
ends
with the
tonight.
Warriors, but I won't
Tremendous
play with James
all-around
Harden
play
though.
from them has them up quite a bit here.
Hey, DeMarcus Cousins.
And here is Horford.
Okay, dude.
Shot clock at 5. That's going to be over in back. Not watching for the line
I seen that shit
time.
coming.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
And a good
Yeah, they
people
may
on the
have some
team,
ants
though.
in the pants
Besides
right here.
Kyrie.
You just have
I'm
to
glad
take
they
what the
went to that.
defense
I'm
gives you.
bet. With KD.
Right side, Antetokounmpo. Over Morris. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I should have benched that.
Three-pointer.
You can't even make a three.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation. The matchups right now just not favorable.
Morris with the bucket.
And in nailing the three there, he puts a lid on what's been a huge run by the Bucks.
Count that bucket. Antetokounmpo got 38 points.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Cause the Greek got longer on than LeBron.
The game with, and I wouldn't expect them to let up now.
Come on, pull that shit, dog. Pull that shit. You'll do already on lockdown.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
I tried to throw it out the backboard. I tried to throw out the backboard and catch it myself.
Both teams will make substitutions.
That bitch went right.
And it's the Celtics ball. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Celtics making a switch here. Offensive rebound.
Okay.
In the corner.
That man got the rebound thing
Second shot opportunity. Another miss
I ain't
by
got
Irving.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass.
I got watch this.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
Move.
Back to Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez with the bucket.
I tried to dunk that bit. I tried to throw it off the backboard.
Start celebrating a well-deserved victory here tonight.
Yeah, you can see the fans. They've already started celebrating themselves. A gutty performance.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. What do you think, guys?
And just trying to salvage anything at this point, even if it's just some momentum heading into the next one.
Well, it's all about doing your best with the time that you've been given. It's the only thing really that you can control as a player. So let's see what they decide to run.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They poured it on tonight.
Dub City. Long dub, double dub. Boy, we were gambling, boy. You owe me $40, boy.
When they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt.
I mean, not 40, but 20.
The execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg.
No, that'd be 30, boy. 10 you owe me plus 10 more. I mean, 10 you owe me plus the dub, 20. So. You gonna do 7 minutes. Give you a chance to come back. Get over. Oh, no. You can get home. You can get home. I'll beat you at home. I got confidence in myself.
Oh. Tell me one better than you.
Hey, Ted, go subscribe me on YouTube, man.
Okay. Man, come on now.
You go get black, bitch. All that crying. I did want to get on my player so we get noticed. So we get some notice. So then you can probably start up your YouTube channel.
On the road looking for a win against a Western Conference rival. The Houston Rockets are getting ready for this thing to get started. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena.
Ladies get the ball first.
The excitement of
the NBA lady get the ball first.
Yeah.
I'm Kevin Harlan.
That's all.
Hall of Famer Doris.
That's why I didn't jump.
And another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines.
Who you got to go in the paint with now?
Now here is Harden. 4 on the shot clock.
Boy, he has that great
Don't taste me now.
Strength and athleticism. Tucker loves to.
I get a triple double with Harden now. Don't play.
And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's the guy, second round pick back in 06. Spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially.
That's nice, wasn't it?
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Harden surveying the D. Over Thompson. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his
was a shooting, man.
The what?
That was a shooting foul.
Right wing. Back to Harden.
Wow, one.
You didn't even jump.
Pocket 6. Over Thompson.
See, Harden ain't all that.
Thompson prides himself on being an exceptional defender. And guess what? He has the length and athleticism to do just that.
Rockets on offense. And here's Harden for 3. The second chance.
Damn, he got in my way. Damn, he got in my way.
Well, that's not easy to box out like that. It's just great footwork, and that gave him just the time he needed.
From deep, Green. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. It's stolen by Curry. The drive by Cousins.
The Capella was blind.
If you ever notice Stephen
Curry's
vision, his eyes are always looking for opportunities to find his teammates. This has been absolutely brutal. Missed every shot this quarter. He needs to keep his head up.
And I put them ankles.
Harden gets the bucket.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Nah, Harden finna turn up on y'all last night.
That's his first foul. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Durant for 3. Rebounded by Tucker. And the Rockets with possession here. The deep 3 from Harden. Offensive rebound. Six on the shot clock. Capella bounce pass.
And how come they ain't get no rebound?
Houston moving the ball around. It's another look.
Come on, man.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field.
I got
Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Nah,
I think one thing you think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage expectations year after year.
And the rejection by Cousins. Stolen by Thompson.
Ain't throw it fast enough.
Moving it up.
Green
slams it in.
How easy is it to appreciate the intensity with which Draymond Green plays? Go ahead with power, sir.
And or as you watch Kerr, he really has his own distinct coaching style.
How about Kevin? He once said that coaching is 90% creating environment and 10% strategy. Now listen, we know this guy is tremendous with X and O's, but there's something helpful about his sense of humor and his upfront, honest approach.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And guys, you know, you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
So both teams making some changes here.
I ain't gonna do that.
On the way.
Nah, he's good.
And he can't bank that one in.
Nah, I'm gonna fake that.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Come on now.
And so it looks like the Rockets will.
I ain't trying to pass.
Hey, you good?
Here's Shumpert.
But Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team.
And a lot of
Come on,
contact
I don't
on
know
that
boy
one, so he'll shoot two here.
Bitch ass nigga.
The offensive prowess of Kevin Durant. We knew it even back in high school, but winning the NBA scoring title at age 21,
I thought you liked the Warriors.
Really sealed the deal.
Nah, I play with them just to win.
The youngest player to ever win a scoring title. He's obviously gone on to do it multiple times, and to me, where
come on, what a foul!
His ability to make plays for the teammates around him. Kevin Durant prides himself on affecting winning at both ends of the floor.
That one may be a little beyond his comfort zone, but he made it count. Cousins has got 5.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score.
All right, now they playing like you would last game.
And George Livingston bringing it up now for the Golden State Warriors. 6-point game.
And Kevin Durant,
if they had Westbrook on the team, it'd be good.
For your offense with
Man,
his
how?
shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
Come on, bro. What the fuck they doing, bro?
Shumpert, no good.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone. And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
The Rockets with another miss.
That was a steal.
And already they've taken out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the
You want to get on GT after this?
They need to focus on moving their feet.
You want to get on GT after this?
Yeah, we can.
Can they get it? It's Harden with the drive.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Warriors leading by 10. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Good work defensively by Paul. Here's Houston now. There's the three. And it's Looney with the rebound.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Come on, man. I told you.
Durant for three. Another three for Golden State.
Boy, do not fall asleep on Kevin Durant. Catch and shoot, forget about it.
From deep, Harden. And so it's the Golden State Warriors riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors. So far.
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnovers.
Feels like they're getting a lot of deflections, hands-on basketballs resulting into steals. This has been pretty to watch.
The Warriors have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. Andre Iguodala had some versatility coming into the league, but Doris, he's now developed into the ultimate chameleon.
Well, Steve Kerr calls Andre Iguodala maybe the smartest player he's ever coached. And think about since he's entered the league, he's become stronger and a more consistent shooter. He understands exactly what the team needs moment to moment. This guy's completely unselfish, makes the right plays. I mean, this guy is a perfect player for any system.
Looking to get back on track here. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. To the inside. Here's Harden. Here's Capella. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Livingston. Goes up
I got clear power on that. Of course he's going to do it.
Well, he might be a point guard, but don't sleep on the vertical of Mr. Sean Livingston. You're talking about a big-time athlete.
And Durant puts up a deep 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Basket counts. Tucker's got his second bucket.
Oh, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Timeout called the Warriors. Now looking at this Warriors team, some say the best offensive team in NBA history. Doris, would you agree?
I don't necessarily love comparing over eras. What I would say is they've got one of the best pure scorers ever in Kevin Durant. 2 all-time great shooters in Clay and Steph. And then Draymond Green, one of the best playmaking bigs we've ever seen. I'll tell you, they'd compete with just about anybody.
Out to the right wing. Shoots from the baseline. And Houston again with the bucket.
That's a really good job by Tucker reading the defense, just carving out some space from mid-range.
Curry's shot is off. Rockets trailed by 16. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
He never backs down. Thanks, David.
Damn, I ain't gonna do that.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Ouch, that's a wasted possession. Got to shake it off and forget it happened, guys.
Lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you got to love how Paul sees the whole court so well. Maybe the best quality for a point guard to have.
Back to Thompson. And the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Yeah, I thought he was rushing his shot early on, but not here in the second quarter.
Over to the wing. Pass to Green. Hits it from three-point range. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
I tell you, there are players who can get thrown off when they're that wide open, but this guy keeps his cool and doesn't rush it.
And that one drops for him.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
Timeout call for Rockets. And you look at Andre Iguodala, the first ever player to win a Finals MVP without starting a single game in the regular season.
That tells you something about his unselfishness and, at the same time, his under-the-radar impact on winning. His willingness to accept that six-man role right from the beginning, I really feel helped set the tone in that Warriors locker room.
And the Rockets making a change here. Rockets trailed by 13 to the paint. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
You know, you have to be an absolutely tireless worker to rack up 20-plus boards.
Hall. And it's off the back rim. No good. It's Iguodala with the drive. No good there. So Houston will take it the other way. Hall for 3. Draymond Green with the rebound.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
Paul looking over the floor. It's stolen by Curry.
Come on, I tried to pass.
And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
He know that was a block.
Andre Iguodala's been around a while, but the hops are still part of the game.
Paul goes in. It's stolen by Green. Thompson outside. And Curry has it in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Warriors lead by 15.
Well, Stephen Curry, we know this, is a handful to guard. Why? Because he can make contested shots against the best defenders in the NBA.
Stolen by Tucker. Paul outside. And he banks in the layup.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Out to Shumpert. And here is Paul. It's stolen by Curry. Stolen by Tucker. To the paint. Here's Capella. Pass to Tucker. Lets it go with a three. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Here is Livingston. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Well, you really have to like how Shumpert kept his feet moving to challenge the shooter there.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Rockets shooting their first free throws of this.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Boy, his free throw shooting has been on the mark tonight. Nothing new there, right?
The Warriors have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10. That free throw good from Thompson.
Well, guys, there's no doubt if you're talking about the best shooters in the NBA right now, Klay Thompson's name has got to be in the conversation.
And Harden launches it from deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first half. Warriors lead by 12. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Doris, when you talk about coach, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So to evaluate those coaches, here are the things I would look at. One, are you maximizing the talent at your disposal? Are your player development skills at such a degree that you're seeing incremental improvement from the guys on your roster? And then ultimately, Kevin, are guys playing hard? Are they competitive every night? Even if the wins don't necessarily show in the box score and at the end of the, the regular season, the reality is, are you playing hard? Are you competitive?
Rockets trailed by 13. And Harden with the stuff.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
A baseline J. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Fires it up. Rockets with the rebound.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
Here's Harden. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And it goes on Draymond Green.
It tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Durant just inside the line. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Pass to Curry. 6 to shoot. From deep. Curry with another miss.
And he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
I don't think so, Greg. The defense will give up that deep a shot all day. You got to continue to move the basketball.
And the dunk by Capella. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 18 rebounds.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Three off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against them.
Well, Kevin Durant with a little crafty creativity. KD at the rim.
Timeout called the Rockets. Draymond Green obviously gives you a lot of things, Doris, but what really jumps out on the stat sheet are the assists he picks up.
I think Draymond Green would tell you that it's helpful to have terrific scorers around you, but what this young guy does have is incredible vision, an unselfish and focused mindset. Draymond Green is an asset to any organization.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Harden outside. Second chance shot.
Come on, man.
And the rejection by Cousins.
You just can't get those kinds of shots past Cousins. When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball.
Here's Harden. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Thompson.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
About 3 niggas over there, and they ain't scared that ball.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Shot from 16. Tries again. And Capella with the layup. Capella's got
no, yo, bitch.
Well, he continues to be a dangerous scorer for them, but he can't do it all by himself. Someone else has got to help them climb out of this hole.
And Green gets it to go.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Houston trailing by 13. Here's Cousins, and it's off from three-point range. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. Pass to Tucker. Back to Harden. Houston moving the ball around. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You talked about what it takes to be a great head coach, Doris. Qualities that you think are paramount to the success, for instance, of an assistant coach.
Maybe the most important attribute to an assistant coach would be coaching with your heart and soul like it's your job on the line every night, not just the head coach's job. Right? If you pour your heart and soul into something and make that head coach's job easier, then you functioned appropriately. And the other thing it's allowed you to do is it's allowed you to accelerate your growth. You're constantly thinking, what would I do in this situation?
Tucker.
That helps you in the long term.
Love that perspective. Here's Livingston outside for Durant. Jacks up a 3. And a turnover again by Golden State.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there. And
almost lost it once.
The pass sails straight into the front row.
I was up by 9
The Warriors making a switch here.
And I heard you about like 15.
Here's Rivers. And the rejection by Curry.
Well, stepping up his game on the defensive end. Steph Curry reads the play and sends it back.
Warriors leading. Stolen away. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Here's Iguodala. And the Warriors miss again. Rockets trailed by 9. Here's Rivers. Capella with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got 8 here in the quarter.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Curry. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Left side, Gordon. And it's the Golden State Warriors turning it over again. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. The Warriors have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
Well, there's a certain hunger to the way Draymond Green approaches an NBA game, and that in and of itself is a skill.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Shumpert's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Oh, their communication on offense is working at every level now. These guys are really cohesive. What a run.
5 to shoot. Astor-Looney. Golden State needs to get off a shot.
Hold on real quick. Alright, I'm back.
My phone. Taking my phone. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
This game's playing me now.
Yeah, hold on real quick.
Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Rockets getting their 7th free throw attempt here. And the technical free throw is good. Gordon for 3. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a...
I swear I've been not listening to game.
You supposed to bend
3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still
you supposed
anybody's
to
ball
bend
game.
though. I mean, you let me come back.
Rockets trailed by 6.
I didn't let you do it.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
Outside Curry. To the middle. Here's Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, let's remember that Draymond Green was drafted in the 2nd round, but that competitive fire runs deep, and he has memorized the names of the 34 players selected ahead of him. Talk about holding a grudge.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. And despite all his success, Draymond continues to play with a chip on his shoulder.
Well, there remains, Kevin, a desire to prove his critics wrong, and it served as great fuel to keep this guy hungry and focused.
Come on, man.
No good.
I'd say that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
On the wing, Iguodala. Off target from outside. Rockets trailed by 6. Harden with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And the basket by Harden.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They double team Curry. Here's Iguodala. Headshot off.
Why did he didn't
The
go
Rockets
in?
go the other way with it. Ball outside. Harden right side. And Harden with the stop.
And Harden is a nightmare in the paint. Just a guard who is completely unpredictable.
Bring that bit right now. That's 2 points.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
That's all right.
I think, Greg, he just has to get them on the same page. With this kind of lax defensive effort, something has got to change.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout.
I need you to tell me some more.
He said, "This is what
I
we're
want my
playing
bonus
for,
back."
fellas. Let's knock them
Okay,
on their
wait.
heels right out of the timeout.
I need you to tell me
Show
some
them
more. I
how
want my
much you
bonus
want.
back.
Go get it.
All right.
He really is fired up about this game.
Thanks so much, David.
Where you going?
And the jam by Harden.
Right back on you. You don't know my nigga. I don't know you.
Fundamental basketball.
Yeah, but I made them man fall.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the
I
top.
had you looking lost though.
That's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be right.
Harden with
Stop
the
jumping.
See, now this,
And you
this,
talk about
this game's
fighting
cheating
your
now.
way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows
There we
you
go.
momentum and confidence to continue to build.
This game gonna be close,
He's
bro.
able to end a 2-0
I know.
run by Houston.
Houston again with the bucket.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
I made to pass it back.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. The lead is 2. Shoots the 3. Cousins pulls
Come
it
on. That was hard. Put it down.
Great job on the closeout, providing a lot
Hit.
of good D on the
I seen
perimeter.
it.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
in. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And guys, Cousins blindsided fans and players alike by going to Golden State this past offseason. Cousins knew he'd have to take a prove-it type deal when he entered free agency after that.
Man,
Achilles
Curry
tear.
at 62.
The deal with the Warriors was put together and finalized fast. And
I'm gonna keep him in anyway.
front office was striking when the iron was hot.
I said Curry at 62 energy. Who do you think gonna win this one, bro?
I might be
Rockets
winning
trail.
them, but again.
Here's Harden. Up and in.
Yeah.
Harden's got
He
28
on
points
fire.
for the game.
What you gonna
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Thompson throws it down.
Your man just standing there.
Klay Thompson get off
He
his
got
feet.
scared.
How about that finish?
Harden with it. Now Green defending. And the basket by Harden.
Hey, you talking about?
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Thompson outside.
No.
No. No.
Golden State.
You about to hit that bit.
And that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have
Man, they just standing there.
draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
That's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
Good shit.
Man, this game crazy, bro.
And so here is Houston.
I swear I don't want to lose,
It's
bro.
Harden on the wing.
I know you don't.
Good and pulled.
No, man.
Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Second shot opportunity.
Hey, I knew they were going out of that. I see how you threw that bitch.
Ouch, that's a wasted possession.
I see they're going out of that.
It happened, guys.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Come on.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
Shot's good by Durant.
I thought you were going to pass to that.
Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen.
Man, my boy Curry tired, but
it didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
And there's the foul.
Come on, man. Stop fouling, bro.
That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Over Gordon. Durant, no good.
Damn, KD tired too.
Harden draws the double. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Dang, I should have kept running. Man, got to clear the ball.
So it's the Warriors now. Pass to Durant. Over Gordon. Durant.
Man, they ain't going in for later.
There's 1:38 left to play.
I'm gonna break your ass down like a Swiss.
Harden with the drive. And Durant sends it. Thompson outside.
Oh, shit.
Here's for 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making.
No.
They get it again. Houston moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Right on the first.
Close that game, boy.
Second one is good. Being both at the line. It's a 2-point ball game.
Boy, what a
Man, what does
presence at the line. Whether it's a blowout or a tight game like this one, his stroke never varies.
And Green slams it in.
Of this we know. Draymond Green does not
It might go in overtime.
big time shot there.
Yeah.
No. Oh, good.
Money.
They won
that a
so much.
three?
Yeah, that was a 2.
Lives
That was a
for
2.
These kinds of moments and delivers.
Outside Durant. High post Cousins. Back to Green. Outside Durant.
But you ain't gotta let him You gotta shoot.
Saves the 24-second shot.
Hey, you mean? It ain't shit they cat.
Man, this one might be over, but
It is over.
29 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
you gonna run the time down or something?
Oh, I ain't gonna let the time wind down. I'm finna try to score.
Lob pass to Capella.
That's it. That's it.
Just terrific.
Oh.
That game.
First, compiling the lead.
The game.
Now building on it.
Gotta hit a 3. You gotta hit a 3. You got to keep you in the game.
Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Who?
You in the game. You gotta hit a 3. I ain't gotta hit no 3. You gotta hit a 3.
20 seconds left in the game.
Oh, your nigga tired. He can't rely on nobody hit a 3.
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Yeah, the clock is definitely not their friend, and
That was it right there. That's the
They go
game.
to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what?
James Harden got 40 points. 39 points.
Get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5.
39, rack it up.
Warriors. They're down by 5. 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
and they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Right, that's the game plan. It's got to be executed perfectly. No time to waste.
Here is Durant. Over Gordon. And a miss there off the inbound.
You come out better than with Curry.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking.
Come out better with Curry.
Be willing to make the extra pass.
4-1.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
You know, mistakes there. Good free throws.
Yeah, see? You cannot bet through Curry.
Nobody you want taking that shot more than Steph Curry. What a pressure player.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
It's over.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And
maybe that took Curry out.
It's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, now it's just a matter of getting to that final whistle. Those free throws should wrap this up.
So Houston wins it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris.
Alright, I'm for time to ball, girl. Alright.